Hello guys and welcome to Hakmen Traders. In this video I'll be showing to you guys which stocks should you be keeping an eye on. Now there are plenty of stocks in the stock market that you can buy and you can watch those stocks to while they grow or how they perform. Now by keeping an eye on the stocks that I mean that there are certain stocks that are undervalued and you might be they are in a position that they might touch their support level or come near to the support level and price rejections at the candlesticks and then they move upward. So waiting for the right position, I mean, is that keeping an eye on is like waiting for the right position, so that waiting for the right point to enter. So I mean that thing, not other thing, and you should be doing as well, because there are certain stocks in the stock market that you should be keeping an eye on because they are undervalued and you should be buying those at their fair value, like the under that for the price that they are undervalued, and buy at that point and then sell at the even higher point. Now I'm going to be showing to you some of the tricks. I've also showed these tricks in the previous video as well, so do watch that as well, and I'm going to explaining this to you in the right now in this video as well. So let's get started. Now you can see I've just picked up a random stock, two stocks. Now the internet connection is also a bit weak, so I'm going to try to load some of the stocks that are I'm going to try and load some of the stocks that will, and try to explain those stocks to you, guys. So I've now you can see at this point, you can see these are the two stocks I've uploaded. Now what I do is that you can see this was a downtrend, a major downtrend. Now at this point you can see this is a support level, might not be here, but this is a support level, and you can see that this stock is below its 200-day moving average. It is below its 200-day moving average, and you can see in this chart this stock is below the trading below the Ichimoku cloud, the red one. So I will be waiting for it. Like I bought this stock on the assumption that it will go up, it will cross this 200-day moving average and trade above. So I'm going to sell my stock at that point, and in this case as well it will go above and closes above this Ichimoku cloud, and making me a much more profit. So I'm waiting for these two positions to happen. Now I've invested in this point. I bought 2000 shares in this stock. So and I'm waiting for the right position again, because if this stock decreases in value further, I'm going to invest further in this stock, and I will buy further shares in this stock so that I can average my position and then sell the stock for a mere profit. So these type of stocks, and also I've noted the volume in this case, because the volume was much lower in this case. So always opt for the stocks that in which the volume is lower, because those stocks will grow. Generally by volume I mean that the investors have shifted from this type of stocks, and they have bought stocks in other type of they've bought the stocks in those companies that are already at their highest high. So they are already at their highest high, and they've invested in those stocks. So try to avoid those type of stocks that are at their highest high. So you can see that what I've mentioned here is try to invest in those type of stocks that are already at their lowest low, or maybe trading for their lowest, or trading below the 200-day moving average. So try to buy stocks in these type of companies, not in the companies that are already at their highest high. Now let me show you an example. You can see right here this was below the 200-day moving average. Now you can see it crossed above, trading for, now this is a major area of resistance level. You can see this is a major area of resistance level. If it crosses this resistance levels, then this would turn into a bullish market. Now you can see at this point a heavy red cloud. In this case this is also a heavy red cloud. Maybe it might be possible that the red cloud try to closes right here somewhere, and then after that it try to the this stock try to move upward, so this might also happen right here, because you can see that this might also happen. It's last time it reached to 24, so let's wait for it and see what happens next. I'm not marrying this stocks, like it said that do not marry the stocks. I've only bought the stock for profit. You can see at this point it is also undervalued, like like said in the intelligent investor, the stock is less risky, not more, when it is at the bottom of the chart, or at the or it is undervalued, and the stock is more risky, not less, when it is at its highest high. When it is at its highest, this is at its highest. So these are the two things that you these are some of the three things that you should consider before buying or investing into any stock. Now let me show you one other stock that I've made a mistake right here. I'm just sharing this with you guys, so stay with me so that you learn something new. Now this stock I bought at this area, and generally I've sold at this point as it reached to 21.99. And do not notice that, like, my assumption here was right, my calculation, everything here was right, because I knew that this stock would increase in value, and so it did. So I do not care about it, and I've sold my stock in this particular candlesticks for a short profit. And then I see this upward rally, so I like hold my head in my hands and say what just happened right here, because I've already sold my stock here. So on the assumption that you can see that my calculation, my technical analysis here was right, only the only thing was that I was impatient and I sold the stock for little profits, and the stock rose in value. So this is a mistake I made right here, because if I wait for a few days, I would have made much more profits. Now you can see in this case the stock decreases in value, but there are some buyers and some sellers, sorry, there are some investors right here that are dropping off, selling their stocks, because they think that we took much profit out of it, and it's a better time to jump out of the market. So some of the investors here are doing this thing, so they are dropping off at this point, and they are trying to buy at some other stock. So these are the three things that you should consider. These are my strategies that I've applied here. I've applied right here these strategies. So I'm going to wait for it, because I know that this will grow in value and it will give me profit. Now although I see this cloud right here that is opened wider, so I'm going to wait for it. At this point I knew that this would go up, but I got scared right here. I feared that this might grow, and at this point it upper capped. So like, what the hell just happened? And it is now growing in value. Like, I bought at maybe 21.60, and now it reached to 24.11. 3 rupees it increased in value. If I waited for this much, I would have made much more profit. So I've learned something here. This experience making profits all of the time, making profits, that is I do not consider that. I'm just focused on learning something. Now I've gained experience, and I do not want to repeat the same thing right here. So I'm going to wait for it and see what happens next in this market, in this particular stocks, to see what happens next. So this is my strategy right here. So I'm waiting for it to give me some positive indication of what will happen next. And that's it for today. Hope you guys are enjoying my videos and want to learn more about the stock market or the forex market. All I need you is to support my channel by hitting that subscribe button and comment down below, as your feedback is valuable for me. Goodbye.